Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Anne of Gables episode 30. All right, so 3, 2, 1, click.
Vanity and Vexation of Spirit. Oh, well,
Yes,
with a
this is
title like
fun
that,
fact.
only good things could happen, I'm sure.
Very fun fact. When it comes to after season 1, the Anne with an E stops adapting the books altogether and just goes on its own OG fan fiction stuff. Except for this particular book chapter, this one they decided to adapt in season 2. But this is like the one.
The multiverse is rich.
Very important for them to have remembered this one.
It's okay. Well, it is a good episode because this is the episode where Anne finally learns that her vanity is a problem.
Yeah, we see from the preview that there's a lot of drama alert.
So yes, this is an important part in Anne's growth. So yeah, it makes sense to that. It's just that we're like there are also plenty of other important chapters that the show didn't bother adapting. So it's just weird how selective they were, but whatever.
Alright, here we go.
Wait, weird. Is it me or is that... That sunset looks different from how I recall them usually looking in the opening.
I don't remember.
Me neither.
Episode
looks the same,
30.
looks the same to me.
And literature. Oh no.
Huh.
And told her to piss off.
Java?
Don't, she's selling you crap for a high price.
That's literally his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So don't encourage him.
And this is where the door-to-door salesman decide to nope the fuck out because he got the wrong family. It reminds me of that small story tied to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Similar stuff.
Shouldn't you be speaking to the men and women of the house, sir?
I guess Merilla and Matthew are not. Well, Matthew, we sure that he's not there, but Merilla is not either.
I doubt Anne has the money on her for this stuff.
Not to mention, I think Merilla probably instructed Anne to tell not to open to strangers or something. But then again, it's a small city, small town, so maybe it's like that.
I just realized this guy's dressed like Professor Layton. He's got the open orange shirt, the brown coat.
To be fair, the hat is nowhere near his top.
Well, obviously,
This is my this is
What
my
was that fading?
this is my untalented, ladies and gentlemen. I give you
remember Terry,
this is my untalented twin brother.
Well, remember Terry was just talking about how I need my income so I can support my family. And
No,
shit,
but
so
that's the
she was
thing.
imagining-
Anne was watching the suitcase and there was like fade to a girl in bed.
Well, yeah, as in his daughter too. That's what she was
Oh,
imagining.
okay. Okay, my bad. If anything, Joe, you wanted to make comparison. This guy is kind of dressed up like Walter White,
Huh, kind
I
of.
recall her.
and he's selling stuff.
This arsehole stole my
A
costume.
dye solution, but of what color?
And at what
And at what cost?
Ah, jinx.
Hold on,
So yeah, Anne would love
Raven
that
Black. Huh?
Yeah, raven black hair. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Then you're kind of like one of those players in MMOs or multiplayer shooters that adds their cosmetics completely black and calls himself Age Assassin 95.
This is a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
More the fact one that doesn't have any supervision. I mean, if Anne wants to decide to try to dye her hair, it might be interesting as a decision. But again, this is taken, without any caution or supervision.
If I want to dress the player characters in all black, that's none of your business.
75 cents. Well,
Wait.
You don't understand me.
you're forgetting this is the 19th century.
But they had
75
pounds. But they said they had pounds.
Well, maybe the way it works is 100 cents makes a pound. I don't know.
There's also there's also another thing speaking about door-to-door salesman, hornswoggling.
Canada has pennies.
Whatever, pennies, cents,
Oh God.
tomato.
Didn't around this time the shilling was still a thing?
In Britain, at least, yeah.
That's a Britain term.
Anne has no idea how to properly dye hair, does she?
Nope.
Nope.
This can only turn out well.
YMDA.
Whatever you do, Anne, don't drink it.
No, don't worry. She's not that naive.
I'm guessing she didn't even know hair dye existed until today.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. I don't know the history of it, but by the 19th century, there you go. By the 19th century, I'm assuming this was like a brand new thing.
Different.
That's a choice.
She became Swamp Thing.
There you go.
It's certainly artistic. And
I'm just waiting for the scream.
The scream can be heard from where they are.
Oh boy.
Setting up the expectation, Merilla. That works better for the comedic timing.
Wow. It's ironic.
Jesus Christ.
So Merilla went from hating the idea of having a daughter to now pretty much boasting about the fact
into
that
it, yeah.
I have a daughter and you don't.
Not just that, Jova Truck. Believe it or not, Jova, this journey is still only halfway. This is not the end point of her arc, actually.
Well, as long as it's not the doctor from Tomorrow Never Dies, you'll be fine.
Or at the very least, not the end point of it.
Or the one from Grizzly Tales.
Oh, that show.
It really is a surprise, isn't it, Rachel?
And look how cheery the music is.
Oh, that shot looks a bit foreboding.
Oh, you're just really enjoying the moment, director, aren't you?
Yes, Takahata is trying his best to enjoy. Yes.
The only thing that's missing is literally a shot of Takahata literally turning towards the camera and saying, "Entire stinker."
Life has other plans for
boy,
this.
this is like the setup for a horror movie. Something's not right.
Obviously.
Press X to N.
And did something happen? Did you get kidnapped?
One day
she went
to the
the
sea.
sea.
She didn't
We'll
even
never
finish
know what
writing.
happened. It's like the intro Murder She Wrote. We'll never know what she was writing.
Can't you see, Teo? This clearly means that Anne was murdered, because clearly that was meant to be written into it more.
She went to the castle of Ag.
Clearly proves it. I know I'm never getting over that.
Well, she got spider sense now with the head.
The gesture was kind of similar, actually.
It's the ancestors again.
I know. I hate it when that pops up. It's really inconvenient.
Did you not check her room?
Apparently not.
I guess she figured that Anne's still out.
Let's face it, Shiroi. Like it's the most probable scenario from her perspective. So.
Oh, Merilla, it may not be that simple.
I just insulted her house.
and her husband.
Okay, Merilla, it was just one day where she didn't get it on duty. Maybe there might be something else amiss.
Yeah, exactly. What Matthew
Yeah.
said.
Like she already suggested, have you checked her room at least?
Learn your place.
When she went
Well,
out the door in the first place, I thought she was going to check the bedroom.
Remember too, that was the deal between Matthew and Merilla. That Merilla was the one in charge of Anne's bringing up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, she just said it.
yep. As Merilla said in the fifth episode, the bringing up a girl is a woman's job. So. Well, look at it this way, too. I can tell you that if I had a daughter, I would definitely not want to have the talk when she comes of age for that particular thing. I would no, that's up to you, Vanessa. Sorry, no, not me. So no, I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. Yeah, and this is where she's starting to realize. Yeah.
Light the candle and reveal the truth. Oh my god, Anne's dead!
But yeah, this is where she.
My god, you're in your room the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, haven't you figured it out by now? This is where Anne always goes when she's upset.
Also,
Wait, did Anne try to cut her hair away that was dyed, or is she tucking it in?
Let's see.
I think it's tucking it in.
Because if she tried cutting it, that could have just made a bad problem even worse.
Also, I love how the voice actress tries to simulate the whole cushion thing, but you can hear that she said using her hands instead.
Mm-hmm.
Proud for effort.
Well, they probably didn't have a pillow right next
Obviously,
to them to use.
or at least the set to actually simulate it properly.
Reveal the truth,
There
child.
it is.
It looks like Christmas. Seriously, the colors of Christmas. You're a bit late for that, I'm afraid, though.
No, she's early.
So what have you learned today, Anne? Don't trust shady door-to-door salesmen.
Or
That
It's a
and
good
the-
life lesson.
That and know how good you have it, because like I said from the very beginning when we started watching this, I actually think your hair looked rather nice, to be honest with you.
I do wonder if it's a case that the shady salesman was tricking her, or if it's a case that she just didn't know how to use the dye properly.
Remember also the stereotyping. You know, people with red hair around this time were not seeing. You know, were literally demonized. You know, by a lot of people.
You know what?
It's literally the fault of a society.
You know what's interesting as well, too, as we're going to see in the next episode after this, aside from, of course, her strong personality, her hair is actually another thing that Gilbert likes about her.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I kind of got that idea. But yeah, I do wonder.
Get out of Dodge, Matthew. Get out of Dodge.
No.
Yeah, I'm not having any part of this affair.
But yeah, I do.
So that's kind of how it is. Matthew can't not really handle most of the. Matthew is bad at handling these bad arguments, bad situations, that kind of stuff. He's really bad at handling things that are not farm work or stuff like that.
But again, I really do wonder if it's a case that the salesman was tricking her, or she just didn't know how to use the dye properly, and
Maybe both, Jova.
Yeah, probably both.
You know, ironically, some years later, some people would actually dig that hairstyle color.
The mixing, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now you know why this episode is called Vanity and Vexation of Spirit.
It'll come out eventually.
Yeah. Maybe. Hopefully.
What was it made for? Cthulhu's blood?
Sometimes dye lasts like
So yeah,
a
this is
few
also
weeks.
this of course also means that they're gonna have to resort to a more drastic measure of getting rid of that green hair.
Oh,
Snip,
was
snip.
I right? They're gonna have to cut it?
Oh,
Very good, Jova.
Cut all of it off.
Not all
Well,
of
not
it.
not all of it, but you know, basically she's gonna have a very, very, very thorough haircut. Yes.
it's a good thing she didn't dye it from the top because
Whoa, then might have had to have either evened it out in green.
Yeah.
or- Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of with Merilla on this one.
Big mood.
And you have to come out and face the world eventually.
You can't just hide forever.
Yes, they're building up to it, I see.
Again.
Don't look at me! I'm a monster!
I have a bowl cut.
Oh no.
And so Anne had this hair for the rest of the series. Shame, really, but oh.
Why are you crying?
Solidarity.
Solidarity to
Even
Shiva.
God is crying Shiri. Look at that.
Remember, Shiva, they're bosom friends, as Lucy puts it.
Okay, how I really had to ask because sure, what Shiri said is true, but dying back in the day was probably of shittier quality. So if anything, it should have not stuck.
I know, right?
Maybe it just wasn't dye at all.
It was actually paint.
Mixed with piss.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, knowing how, you know, the concept of snake oil is a thing, there could legit
Yeah.
have been piss in that. That was something a lot of snake oil salesmen
Okay,
did.
Jovak, with a color like that, I will say Cthulhu's piece.
There you go.
It'll
The
grow back.
ultimate sacrifice.
Oh my god,
I will.
she's even
He will.
shaking.
He will.
Come on, Anne. I mean, Jesus Christ, you'd think this was her last will and testament.
Well,
Well, Anne is a very dramatic person.
not just that, I can still Yeah, again, nope. It's a tragedy I cannot watch.
I
Matthew
refuse.
is such a mood.
It'll grow back. Get over yourself.
But don't you see, Jova, there's nothing that can be done.
Holy cow, you're worse than me when I was a kid getting my hair cut.
My parents had to wait for me to fall asleep before they could go near me with scissors.
Wow, did they actually succeed, or did they end up waking you up mid-haircut?
I mean, considering I'm still allowed to go to the same hairdresser, I guess it was successful.
Pose.
This just in. Girl inexplicably exploded one night. said to have been done from spontaneous combustion due to withholding of tears. Officials baffled.
All right, let's see.
Really baffled. And
There you go.
Honestly, that's way better than I was thinking, given how some of those green strands look.
She doesn't like the short hair look, it seems.
Yeah, given how society was about that sort of stuff, I'm guessing.
That too.
Well, at least she'll hopefully learn not to be as vain now.
and gullible.
You're starting to grow as a person, are you not?
Also, the cut isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's a nice Ataru Moriboshi haircut.
That's not black, it's purple.
Guess it blends with the black.
Now we can really start the literature club.
Oh no.
Is this how I got started?
Imagine. Give it a few centuries. No, wait, a century or two. Oh.
Yeah, but Anne doesn't care about your opinion.
Not just that. Don't you see? This awakened something. Gilberto was like, oh, never knew I liked tomboys until now.
Oh, yeah.
Baka.
Got it, Natsuki.
I guess that's her backhanded way of saying she likes it.
Oh my. Yeah, Merilla thought it was a potential solution to the problem, but nope.
Oh, God. She is literally going to talk me to death.
Great, now go away.
I'm beginning to wonder if I preferred her being shut in her room.
Ah,
Is this foreshadowing for some drama to come regarding Merilla and her health?
fair enough then.
No. Well, no. If that's what you're wondering, no. But it is foreshadowing for something that will happen later when, in a later episode, yes.
Wow,
So
her
yeah, the
hair
next
did grow
episode-
back.
So yeah, in the
Because
next
again,
episode,
we let
we're
some
gonna-
pass. Let
Yeah,
some time pass.
Yeah, we let some time pass for an unfortunate Lily Maid, which is again all the people from the story club start, all of the girls from the story club start doing a little inscenation thing, and this is where Anne gets in trouble, which means someone needs to rescue her.
Oh,
Of
gee,
course.
and
But
getting in
who
trouble.
could do it?
Never seen that one
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, but the difference here is that someone that's not Merilla or Matthew has to rescue her. But who could it be?
Anyway,
I
that was-
wonder.
Anyway, good episode. Nice to see Anne moving forward and learning to, not be vain. Good beans, Zach.
Exactly. Exactly.
I have to admit, I thought that the episode was gonna dig a bit more into the tragedy and everything, but surprisingly, it manages to balance out in the last couple of minutes.
Kudos.
So props for that. Next.
All right, Cheery.
I mean, it was nice for Anne to finally learn this lesson, though honestly, I feel like I shouldn't have been laughing as much as I did at
It's
this
because
episode.
Anne's such a drama queen, Shiroi.
Like we have said, Joe, she's a very sensible girl, sensitive girl, and she really loved her hair. Despite I get the feeling, okay, neither the book nor the anime flat out is verbally stated, but I always got the feeling with this chapter that she secretly didn't really hate her hair as much as she let on, and this is her finally realizing that. Basically, that's kind of how I always took it.
Oh yeah, pretty much, in a sense where it's about her realizing that she really didn't have it as bad as she thought she did, essentially. That's all it pretty much took for her to realize, hey, my hair was actually pretty cool.
Exactly. All right, Dwibs.
It was fine, I guess.
All
I
right.
mean, I wouldn't exactly call it a favorite, but I mean, it was okay.
All right, so that was it. So tune in next time for episode 31, An Unfortunate Lily Maid, which is also an adaptation of the same chapter, An Unfortunate Lily Maid. So tune in next time. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ta-ta.